Hello. So let's begin with mass balance. So first we are looking at integral mass balance, then differential mass balance. Okay. So we all know that law of mass conservation, m system is equal to constant. So m system is written as integral over the system rho dv, and therefore the d by dt of that should be equal to zero. Now from the Reynolds transport theorem, we can write down this expression as shown. And this zero which is with respect to system can be equal to zero which is with respect to control volume, considering coincident control volume and system at an instant t. So here the small b in RTT is equal to 1 because we are looking at mass balance. Now so this is the integral mass balance general equation. Okay, and we know that the dot product in the convection term v dot n, okay, that will be positive for outflow and negative for inflow, and it represents volumetric flux. All right, so this integral or this convective term is the net mass flowing out of the control volume through the control surface via convection, and this is the time rate of change of the mass of the fluid in the control volume. So we can carry out some simplifications, like let's assume velocity to be perpendicular to the control surface area, and to it to be uniform in magnitude, and also density to be uniform within the control volume and across the control surface. And in that case, we'll get this equation as shown, where mi is equal to rho into a into v for that respective inlet or outlet. All right, so this is the simplified equation, and in case of steady state the d by dt term will be equal to 0, and we can also write rho out v out a out is equal to rho in v in a in that case. All right, and then if we assume rho to be constant, the density to be constant, incompressible fluid, then rho out rho in will cancel and we'll get v out a out is equal to v in a in. This is the very simple continuity equation that we have learned in our school. Moving on to the differential mass balance. So this is the basic general expression. Dou by dou t of rho plus del dot rho v is equal to 0. All right. And how do we obtain this? We get to this from the integral mass balance, which is carried out over this small control volume with size delta x, delta y, and delta z. So as you can see, the fluid is entering the x surface, leaving the x surface over here, and also in the y and z directions. We have written down the uh, net mass flow rate across each pair of surfaces, net outflow. Okay, so that's it. Take a small cuboidal control volume as shown, and take rho as the average of control volume and velocity as being perpendicular and uniform across each phase, each all of the 6 phases. So the rate of flow of total mass which enters at y is written like this, and the rate of flow of total mass leaving at y plus delta y is the same quantity evaluated as y plus delta y. Similarly, on the other directions, we can write down the net mass flow, the mass flow rate. And then what we do is each term we divide by the volume of the small cuboidal control volume, that is delta x, delta y, delta z, and consider all of these dimensions to go to 0. So the entire volume is made to a point. Okay, proportionately we shrink it. This is called shrinking of the control volume. And therefore we obtain this differential mass balance. And here again we can, if we take the case of steady compressible flow, in that case the dou by dou t will go term will be 0, and we'll have del dot rho v is equal to 0, for example in the case of air at high velocity. And then we can also have a simplification for incompressible flow. In that case, rho will neither depend on time nor on the space. So this will go to 0. Rho can be taken outside in the second term, and what we'll get is del dot v equal to 0. Example for this will be water and air at low speeds. Thank you. And next lecture we'll move on to linear momentum balance.